Hi you guys. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. But so I've been watching this girl named Nessa15, or like simple Nessa15, and so far I admired her, and I wanted to do one story time like she does. So I'm gonna just tell you about the time I almost got kidnapped, and it happened about, let's see, today's the 8th, 3rd. Okay, so it's let's see, today is August. August 3rd, 2015, and it happened about 2 days ago. Let's see, the today's Monday. It happened on Saturday. Okay, so the day it happened was August, huh? August 1st, actually. All right, so it happened August 1st, and so it was the day my mom had just got paid, and so me and three of my other friends, one named Thomasina, one named Jordan, and one named Brianna, where we were all going to walk. We went to QT and then we went to McDonald's and then Walmart. So we were walking home and it was about maybe I say about 10 to 11 o'clock. And I'm not the best storyteller, by the way. And we had like we was walking home and then we had stopped for a minute and they were talking. They had stopped and they were talking, them three, and I didn't know they had stopped. They didn't warn me or nothing, so they just like stopped, and then like I just kept walking because I didn't know they had stopped. I didn't look back or nothing. I wasn't speaking or nothing. I was being quiet. So I didn't know that they had stopped, and so I was crossing the train tracks to my house. It was it was probably about another 15 minutes before I get to my house from the train tracks. So, from the way I was taken. So, I was crossing the train tracks and I started walking up the road, the main road, and this car, I'm not racist, but it was a Mexican and he was in this gray Jeep. I think it was, yeah, it was a Jeep. And yeah, because the back said Jeep. So, yeah, it was a Jeep, and he was he he had went around the block. First he had seen me. He looked out his window and just stared at me for a minute, and then like, but he was still riding. He slowed down some, but he was still riding. And at this point, I'm realizing that they're not with me. So I was like, I don't know where they are. So I'm gonna just keep going. I didn't decide. I didn't have my pocket knife on me or anything. I didn't decide to turn around or go back or nothing. I just kept going straight. So I went up there and then I turned a corner and I had realized that he had went around the block, and he, by the time I got maybe 10 minutes from my house, he had came back around. So I didn't think about it at first, and he had slowed down and he had look at me, and then that's when he went right back around the block. And when he did, because I had hurried up and left, and he didn't know where I had went, and he went around the block, and then like he went around the block, and then gosh, I'm really tired. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he had went around the block, and so by the time he got back around, he had slowed down, and that's when I started getting scared because he had slowed down, and then he had stopped at the very top of the corner, like we're kind of far away from me, kind of far away from each other. Like he was way over here, and I was way like right here, and yeah, and then like he just started walk. He got out the car and said, "Hey, come here," and he started walking towards me, and I said, "No, get back in the car," and he wouldn't get back in the car. So, and it looked like he was jogging towards me. So I hurried up and left. Like I dashed down the road. Like I was gone, and that's when he ran back to his car and got back in the car, and um, he had here go in the front room, and he had got back in the car and he went back around the block, and I was running. I was running. I was scared. So I was like running and running, and I had tears coming down my I had tears coming down my face, and I was running. I was running. And so he had came down around the block again, and he went past my uncle's house, and my uncle had realized that my uncle had seen me walking down there. He didn't say nothing to me though. I didn't say nothing to him because I thought I had it, but I don't know. And so I went and hid behind a bush, and I know this guy. I'm not gonna say his first name. I'm gonna say his last name because I like calling him by his last name. But I know this guy. His name is Maccabee, or his last name is, but his name is Maccabee. And so he was going down the road, and I was walking up the road after the guy had left, and he was like coming towards me, and Maccabee had stopped, and I didn't know it was him because he was on a moped, and he had a helmet on, and it's like I had stopped crying and everything, and as soon as he had like came towards me, he took his helmet off, and then like I had ran to him, and I started crying again, and then he took me to my dad's house, and I stayed at my dad's for about 10 minutes, and then like my dad and then like so I had left, and then I went to my boyfriend's house, and I was shaking, and I was in tears. He was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "I about lost my life." He was like, "If you did, I'd probably kill myself." Da. So yeah, but that's pretty much all. So bye.